I want to make a video on this Bersa 380 pistol. It's an Argentina made 380 pistol, compact pistol, and its model is the Bersa Thunder. When you get the pistol, it only comes with one magazine, and it also comes with a little key which is for safety and internal safety. This gun, the model has a threaded barrel for suppressor or muzzle devices, and it's a double action, single action pistol. I'm just going to go over some of the features of this pistol. I really like this pistol. I think it's one of the best 380 caliber pistols, practical pistols out there. So this gun, has just about everything going for it. I'm just going to give positives to almost everything. The grips are nice. They're about perfect. The texturing on them, how they fit in your hand, is excellent. My hands are, I would say, small to medium size. My fingers in that. So for my hands, it fits perfect. I would probably still like the little thumb rest on the magazine. The trigger pull on this gun is excellent. It has an excellent trigger. Everything on this gun is extremely good quality. It's heavily built. It's almost overbuilt. Everything is just, I like everything about it. The controls, they're all metal, and the controls, again, like the trigger, it's nice. I like the shape of it. I like the grips, how they fit in your hand. I like the magazine release. It's in the perfect spot. It sticks out just the perfect amount you can get to it. The magazine release it's in a spot where I've seen when people, especially if you're wearing gloves, they tend to drop the magazine when they choke up on the guns, or they smother them because of recoil, which this gun, the recoil in it is fantastic. It's really manageable. But this, where they've placed the magazine release right under the slide release, it's just in the perfect spot. You don't really tend to trip it the way it is, and it also doesn't interfere with the other action of the slide stop. They don't seem to be in the way of each other. Sometimes when you put controls close together like this, that can happen. It has an internal safety here, which I don't really care if they put that on there. It doesn't matter to me if they want to put it on there. I don't use it myself, but if somebody wants it, it's there, and it doesn't affect or bother anything, so that's there, and then there's no complaint about it. The trigger guard has, because I like to shoot with my finger on the trigger guard, it's perfect. It has the little bit of ribbing on there so you can get a good purchase on it, and it's shaped properly. There's not too much of an undercut under this area, but it doesn't really bother me that that's there. I don't make a big deal about that on my particular guns. It also has a decocker and a safety on the back here. So if you go to, I'll drop the magazine and I'll do a safety check. So you can see it's empty. So if you go to full cock, you can depress the decocker, and it's pretty nice. It's not tough to do. The safety, it's very audible, and it's about the perfect weight that you can. It's still in there, tough, but you can use one hand and get it to go forward with no problem, which is perfect for a safety, because when they're too loose, they just they're unreliable, and I would never trust it. And then if they're too strong and you have to use your other hand to do it, that's a drawback also. But this one, it seems to be perfect, and it functions as a decocker, which is nice. The other thing, I don't know how they, at the price point of these guns, these, I guess in today's market would be considered just maybe just one above budget guns, because they don't seem to be going up in value, especially for how good of a gun they are. They don't really seem to be gaining much value, but they give you adjustable sights, fully adjustable sights on the, well, not fully adjustable, because you can't, I don't believe you can raise them, but you can drift them for windage, and and it's really small, and it's not like some big annoying thing on here that you have to figure out. It's just a screw right here, and you can adjust these. And it's a shame though that they're not night sights, because I would not change these sights. I like them the way they are. They just seem to be just about perfect. And I've mentioned before about my guns, I don't like a lot of air in my sights, but since this gun is a compact pistol, which is more for close range type of shooting style, it's perfectly fine to me on this pistol. And the sights are metal, and they're just excellent quality. For like, everything about this gun is excellent quality. And about the features, I'm not sure what else to say about the parts on the gun. The takedown lever is here, and the way the gun takes down, well, actually, before I do that, this is the magazine here. There's no complaints. It's a single stack magazine. It doesn't bother me at all, because we're limited to 10 rounds anyways where I live. And the magazine's perfect. It works perfect. There's no problems at all with it. The thumb rest is perfect. I don't have any problems like that with that. This gun, for some reason, is one of the only pistols I've ever had where Pro Mag makes an extra mag for this gun, and the Pro Mag actually fits this gun and functions in it. Pro Mags are, I don't know if they're notorious from other people, but in my experience, Pro Mags, they rarely work. They're either too loose, or they don't fit the gun at all, or they don't work. But on this gun, they fit. It fits perfect. It's almost like a factory replacement. So the Pro Mags are 100% recommended if you have this pistol, which is one of the negatives of this gun. It only comes with one magazine, which possibly could reflect in its price why it's a little bit cheaper, because they don't give you like 3 mags with them. And the way the prices of mags have gone up, like this magazine in Canada would probably be about $40 for an original magazine to get another one here. So at the price point being a cheaper gun and coming with one magazine, that's probably the explanation behind that. But to take this pistol down, this is a fixed barrel blowback pistol, just like the vast majority of 380 pistols. And in order to take the pistol down, we'll put the hammer all the way back, and then this is a drawback. I don't know if it's really a drawback, but this is something I find kind of annoying about the gun, is the takedown lever is on a spring of its own. So when you take the gun down, you have to keep that piece, you have to keep your finger on it. It's not terrible to do, but I just wish that when I swung this out, it would just stay out and I could just take it down. It's like, I don't know why they made it snap back into place. Like, but I guess it is what it is. But you push down on it and then lock it in place and just pull back and up, and it should come off. On this particular version, because I have the threaded barrel on it, it's kind of difficult to take the slide. The slide rubs along the top here over the threads. You have to take the protector off for one. And this is the reason why I leave the thread protector off of mine, because it's actually difficult to get the slide off because you have that extra little bit here, and I don't really use my threads for anything, and you may just damage the finish a little bit taking it off, but it doesn't really matter. You shouldn't worry about damaging the finish, because if you're going to use the gun, it's going to rub in certain areas. So that's just one thing. When you pull the slide off, it is difficult to get it off, only because I have these threads. If the threads weren't there, it should just pop right off. And you can see the internals, everything on it, like the barrel, the throated barrel, and how it's polished. I might polish this down here at a later time, but I've never had any problems with it. You can see the ejector, all steel, excellent pistol. Everything is just quality on this gun. I'll just reassemble it. And it's pretty simple. Again, I would like this to just, I don't know why they did this, because I don't think I have any other pistols that have this on a spring retention. It's no big deal. Another part about it that's interesting is it sort of has the linkage here, just like a Beretta would have for the trigger in the double action mode. And it's it's just a well thought out, well built little gun. The only there's only a few drawbacks to this pistol. One is I mentioned is the having only one magazine, which is a drawback. The other is taking it apart. It's a little more difficult, specifically because this has the threaded barrel. The other is it has a magazine disconnect, which I really don't like the magazine disconnects. I don't find them to be useful at all, and it's kind of annoying just when you're working on a gun or function testing, because you have to keep putting the magazine back in it. And that's one thing I would get rid of in this gun. If I was designing it, I would get rid of that. It would be probably the only thing that I would change on this pistol is the magazine disconnect. I don't know if there's a way to bypass it or not. Maybe if I find out how to bypass it, I could do a video on that at a different date. The other thing is the weight of this pistol. It's, for the type of gun it is, a compact pistol, which would be intended for carry. It's too heavy for that. It's like, if you wanted to, you could, and you'd be carrying a good pistol, good reliable pistol. But the way the trend is right now, everybody wants the lightest, smallest thing they can possibly carry, and that sort of dates this gun. But myself, I would prefer to carry a heavier gun that I know is going to 100% work, regardless of whether it has 15 rounds in it or